MMA Viking.
Okay. This is Ryan with MMA Viking here at the man of the hour, almost exactly 24 hours away from her UFC debut.
Yeah. Hi.
Is this your peak time now? Have you guys been training? Like this is like when you're up and you're 100%.
Yeah, judging from the time, let me just check. Yeah, this is like 3 minutes to the point my fight is scheduled to start tomorrow. So yeah, we've been training around this time of night all the other days.
Great. Give us some insight. And I told you I joined Snapchat just because of you. Are you feeling like a fan there? I saw like you take some pictures in the back of the head and like Carlos Con did and things like that. Are you feeling like a fan? Or are you feeling like a fighter or a mix?
A mix, really, but it's my first time, so of course I'm not used to hanging out with these people. It just, it's standard to walk into King Mo and have a chat with him and then be joined by Dean Thomas and stuff like that. So it feels normal for them, but for me it's like, whoa, this is all these people I've been watching on TV. So it feels a bit surreal, but people are just relaxed and chilled, and so it's pretty nice actually. The Wi-Fi in this hotel is the worst Wi-Fi I've ever experienced. Really. I think one day it worked for, out of 24 hours, it was working for 2.
Away from your fight, what do you do between now and your fight? Are you watching Rocky? How do you motivate yourself? What are you doing?
Well, sometimes if I have the time, as I've been, Frederik, du er nødt til at stå stille, sorry. I just have a couple of friends walking around. This is like an open, empty room, so it echoes like shit.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes if I have the time, as I've said in a couple of documentaries, maybe I watch 300. But otherwise, I just use a lot of visualization to prepare myself mentally for the fight. So I'm probably going to do a lot of that tonight because it didn't really. It just happens for me. It's not like I set it up to happen on specific days. It just kind of comes naturally, and it hasn't really happened yet. So I'm pretty sure it's going to happen tonight. That all the small movie clips of what can happen in the fight is going to come.
Okay. And then is your plan to like sleep in tomorrow and then kind of plan for a later day?
Yeah. At noon, go and try out the cage just to get the feel of it, how it feels to move around in it. So I'm probably gonna sleep till Brazilian time and then get some breakfast, go to the cage, feel it out, and then come back to the hotel and stay here and maybe do some training and just light training to get the body moving. And then, I think we're getting picked up for the venue at 6:30. So, yeah.
Okay. Have you been in the Octagon? I thought I saw like you were near it during weigh-ins, but have you like stepped in there?
No, not yet. That's what I'm planning to do tomorrow. And not so much like because it's Octagon, but more the camera to feel how it feels to move on it. Because sometimes it can be slippery, sometimes it can be very soft if there's a lot of padding. So I want to know how it feels before I step in the cage. So I have an idea of how I can move and how fast I can do things and stuff like that.
Who's with you? We see like a couple guys. Are they filming a documentary? Are those your buddies? I mean, no, your coach too is there. Like, yeah. What's your
well,
crew?
We got quite a large crew. I have my good friend Frederick with me. He's just traveling here with me to get a part of the experience and be a helping hand. The company he works for, they owed him a big favor, so they bought the ticket for him. So it was pretty nice to have him around and just helping to pick up stuff so Tua doesn't get so stressed out. Then I have a guy called George who's doing the documentary. The other guy who's doing it, he's back in Denmark. And then I have today a journalist just came. He's doing a radio documentary. And then there's 2 other guys that are writing an article for a large Danish newspaper.
Great.
So it's quite the following I've got here in Goiânia.
Is this stressing for you? Or are you kind of taking it all in stride? Are you nervous for tomorrow?
I'm not really nervous. It's nice to have these people around because especially Frederick, he's quite funny, so he keeps the mood light. Not that Tu isn't funny, but he adds to the group in a very good way. It's very nice to have him here. So we're just and the guy shooting the documentary, he's also a very nice guy. So we're just hanging out, having fun and relaxing. Because come fight time, I'll need a lot of energy, and I don't want to use any of that energy before the fight, like psyching myself up. Of course, I have to prepare myself mentally, but I don't want to walk around and be mean all the time. I just want to feel relaxed, and that kind of gets the endorphins flowing in my brain. Because when you feel good, when you have fun, you feel good, and I can use that relaxation for the times when I'm just hanging out and not training.
Okay. Gosh, that's an interesting time. Just a day before the fight. Is this one of these camps for you? That has this been like a smooth camp getting ready for the UFC? Does this just feel like another fight for you, or is it just like bizarro land that you're in Brazil and you have all these people following you around?
Well, that was several questions in one. But yeah, preparation.
3 in the morning. I think I'm losing my mind here.
Yeah, that's okay, Ryan. That's okay. But yeah, it's been a very, very great training camp for this fight. For the last 2 fights and the third that got cancelled, the one in Wales, I haven't really felt comfortable. A lot of things around outside of MMA wasn't really like 100% in place. So I had all these, it was not like big things, but there were a lot of them. So I had all these small stress factors all around me. But I don't know if it happened because I got the UFC contract and the fight that I, got the motivation and focus to just put a lid on those factors, or if it was just the time that they got sorted out. But I really had a great training camp. So yeah, I don't feel I have any excuses if I lose this fight. If I lose this fight, he was just a better man on the night. And that's the way I want it to be. I did get a cut under my eye though, a couple of weeks back in sparring, but that shouldn't play any role in the fight. He seemed to have a pretty fresh scar on his face as well.
Okay. Was that, did Anna hit you in the face, or? No. I'm just wondering.
Sorry?
No, I'm wondering who gave you that cut. Was it Miss Elmos that?
No, it doesn't matter. It wasn't Anna, and it doesn't matter who did it. I don't want to, put a blame on anybody. It just happened. It was an, unfortunate accident. I was taking the back on the guy, and we scrambled, and he wanted to turn out of it, and his elbow just hit my cheek.
Yeah, does it feel like I'm just thinking about Rumble, and obviously Demir is fighting tomorrow, and Anna had a big fight. I mean, it feels like there's a push for the gym that's really getting international exposure. Is that something you're starting to feel, and you guys are building off of?
Yeah, a little bit. Of course, the UFC is so big, so we're not really getting recognized there yet. But yeah, it does feel like we're getting a lot of attention, especially in Scandinavia, but also Europe in general. Actually, I think John Hathaway, he wanted to come spar with me leading up to his fight with Gunnar, because for some reason they think I remind of Gunnar Nelson, like striking wise, and we both have a back in karate, but For me, I don't feel like we have the same style at all. But that didn't play out. So
Okay.
So yeah, we're getting a lot of attention in the sports. It's nice.
Great. So is there anything else you want to say to the Scandinavian fans that are going to watch you tomorrow and going to be rooting you on?
I just want to say thank you for the support. It's been really, really amazing to like read all the messages from fans and fighters all over Scandinavia. It's really, it doesn't really change anything in the cage, because then it's just me. It's just to read that people they really feel something for what I feel like to both represent Denmark and Scandinavia in the cage tomorrow. And it's really it's cool to read all the acknowledgements that people are really sending, and hearing that they think what I do is good, and they hope I win. It's nice to hear that. I feel supported, even though I'm 10,000 kilometers more or less exactly away from Denmark.
Great, Nicolas, the sharpshooter. Thanks for your time today, and we wish you all the luck 24 hours from now when you have a UFC debut, and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Have a good night.
Get your premium coffee at warriorcoffee.com.